So I think maybe the last. Peter?
They're all in, under orders, and they're away. Very fast break by F1 on the outside, goes straight into the lead. F1 on the outside with Doyoun surprisingly up there too. Glacial Storm on the inside, then comes Soft Machine, then Almarad, and then Moon Madness and Tony Bin. Percy's last, one of the back markers, and Mtoto is absolutely last. Glacial Storm on the inside of Moon Madness now as they run down towards Swindley Bottom with F1 wide of those and right up with the lead. F1 wide of Glacial Storm and Moon Madness. Doyoun in fourth. Behind them comes Soft Machine. Then comes Silver Lane as they race down now towards the milepost. Glacial Storm from Moon Madness and F1 towards the outside, right up with them. Soft Machine on the inside. Silver Lane is next. Then Doyoun, Almarad, Tony Bin. Then Mtoto and Percy's last, the two back markers, racing towards the 7 pole. Still Glacial Storm with the advantage from Moon Madness in second. Soft Machine is in third. F1 shading him on the outside, a very close fourth. Just in behind them comes Silver Lane. And then Doyoun, and then Tony Bin. Behind Tony Bin, Percy's last, Almarad and Mtoto. Racing now towards the 6th pole. And still Glacial Storm on the inside of Moon Madness. These two disputing it now ahead of F1, who's in third. Soft Machine comes next, just in behind Soft Machine, Doyoun, then Tony Bin, then Percy's last. Behind Percy's last, Silver Lane, then Mtoto. And last now is Almarad as they race towards the half-mile marker. And still Moon Madness making it from F1, gone second now, just ahead of Glacial Storm, Doyoun, and Percy's last producing a strong run towards the outside. Then comes Tony Bin, then Almarad making progress round the field, coming to the home turn now, and still Moon Madness with the advantage from F1. Percy's last on the outside, Doyoun up with them, Almarad still making ground towards the lead, just in behind them, coming down to the 2 furlong pole. F1 has gone to the front from Doyoun and Percy's last with Almarad coming there strongly now towards the stand side, and Mtoto coming with him. It's F1 over on the far side, Mtoto on the near side, F1 on the far side, Mtoto producing a tremendous run now. Mtoto's gone to the front from Almarad and Tony Bin and F1. Mtoto with the advantage as they race into the closing stages. It's Mtoto from F1 and Tony Bin as they race towards the line. Mtoto wins the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes. Second was F1, third Tony Bin, 4 Almarad, 5 Percy's last. Behind them Doyoun, and then Soft Machine, and then Glacial Storm and Silver Lane, and last was Moon Madness. And so the result of the 1988 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes. First, number 3, Mtoto, owned by Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum, trained by Alex Stewart and ridden by Michael Roberts. Second was number 10, F1, owned by Mr. Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum, trained by Major Dick Hearn and ridden by Willie Carson. And third was the Italian challenger, number 4, Tony Bin, owned by Alivamento White Star, trained by Luigi Camici and ridden by Pat Edery. Fourth was number 1, Almarad.
A race that in some ways was run to suit Mtoto because there was no pace early on, and in other ways wasn't, because Michael Roberts dropped him out absolutely last, and his situation at this point looked most unpromising because there just didn't seem anywhere for him to go. Willie Carson had let Moon Madness and Glacial Storm through on his inside early on in the race, and they just increased from about 3 and 4 furlongs after the start. But as they increased, Mtoto was out of the back door in last place here, whereas Willie Carson was in second place, perfectly placed and with his opposition covered. Doyoun was cantering at this point, looked like running a really big race. So did Percy's last on the outside. Pat Edery was looking for room on Tony Bin, and now Michael Roberts is just starting to make ground. He decides to come round his field as he did in the Eclipse. But as they come into the straight, he's got all of 6 lengths to make up in a race, as I say, which hadn't been run too fast early on.
Hence the runners all bunched, and there was no room for Mtoto to go. Michael, as you say, has had to opted for the outside. He's got Mtoto running now. I thought Unforwayne, though, had stolen the lead at the 2, which wouldn't be cut back. But watch Mtoto, this horse with that terrific acceleration, and Michael hadn't panicked. Although he didn't have a run at all until he got into the straight, he kept him going with hands and heels, and he's just gone with his stick, remembering that smack in the Eclipse that nearly cost him the race. Tony Bin hanging on to 3rd place, but a good run. Is he going to get home from this He is, and he's handling the ground pretty good. What would he have been like if the ground had been up his alley, that really fast going? Well, as you say, a really good performance, Julian.
Well, he's shown that brilliant acceleration, but it only lasts for about a furlong and a half. It was brilliant the way he stormed to the front, just as he did in the Prince of Wales last year, but he was certainly treading water a bit in the last 100 yards, and Michael's looking over his shoulder and well relieved to see that he has Amfouane in second and Tony Benn third.
What a fantastic moment this for the 11 times champion of South Africa, Michael Roberts, returning after his very first ride in the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth to win on this fine 5-year-old Mtoto by Bustard, who won it himself in 1967. The 4-to-1 winner of his 7th race at his 15th attempt. The distance is 2 lengths and 1.5 lengths. And Alex Stewart there, what a marvellous moment for him. What relief. He's been agonizing whether to run this horse. Sheikh Hamdan there, congrats.